You got a little bit of criticism for Edson's fight, maybe for not stopping. We also saw it in Raquel Pennington's fight. What's your take on the corner situation when that comes into play? Your relationship with the fighter in order to stop a fight, or if the fighter wants to stop a fight. How do you look at that situation?
Well, I'll tell you what. I had this fighter one time, and this fighter that I have never missed a round of sparring with him. And up until the point of this certain fight, he had about 1,000 rounds.
Yeah.
And I've seen them all, and I've never seen this specific guy ever hurt, not once, not rocked, not dropped, nothing. And he had been fighting for a while, and he was fighting in this fight, and he got knocked down 7 times. They say he got knocked down 3, but he got knocked down 7. Like they said, some of them were falls, but he got knocked down 7 times. He was walking sideways, his eyeballs were rolling, and I grabbed the towel, and I'm screaming for the corner, give me the towel, give me the towel, give me the towel. And I was trying to throw his hand. Not only that, this guy he was fighting was probably about 25 pounds bigger than him in the cage. So I'm trying to grab the towel. He's getting knocked. I think at the time I'm trying to grab the towel, he got knocked down like 5 times. Then it was 6. Then it was 7. And I'm just about to throw. And if I had a quicker release, like, I don't know if you know Brady, Tom Brady.
Yeah, of course.
If I had a faster release like him, I would have got this towel off and it would have been into the octagon. But since my release isn't that fast, and I'm cranking back to throw this towel, the towel got grabbed by me by my good friend Ricardo Almeida, and he grabs the towel and doesn't let me throw it. Anyway, so it winds up being a draw. And if I would have thrown that towel, it would have changed this whole kid's career and who he was as a person, and that was Frankie. That was Frankie against Gray Maynard.
Wow. Wow.
So you talk about if I would have thrown that towel and the totally different, legacy that Frankie would have had if that towel would have dropped in. It would have been his first defense was BJ. It would have been his second defense. And he would have got knocked. He would have got stopped in the half of a first round, and he would have never been known for this tough kid. You know what I'm saying? And all these different things. And he would go on to have a draw on that and win his next one and knock out Gray, and his whole life would have changed. His whole fighting career and legacy probably would have changed. So
do you think
your answer?
Do you think your relationship? Do you think your relationship with Frankie would have changed if that tail had gone in? Your personal relationship?
He would have been so mad at me. No, I doubt that. I mean, we're like family. He's like my little brother, So, and he knows that it would have came from a good place, but he's still like, I don't know if he would have talked to me for a while. Like he would have been upset. And Frankie's never not talked to me ever, but I know that he would have been. He would not have been too happy about it. In fact, because we told him after, and he was a little. He gave me a warning to never do that. I think it's the only warning I've ever got from him. But that was it. That was it.
What if the boot's on the other foot and the fighter says to the corner that he or she doesn't want to be in there? What's your opinion on that?
My thing is with that Pennington fight. I think it's wrong for anybody to have an opinion on that because. I got asked that several times. Some different writers had texted me some questions on that, and I said it would be so wrong for me to answer that because I don't know the fighter. Like I have some fighters, and not many. I don't think I have any now, but in the past that I know that have been in sparring and say, "Oh, I can't go another one. I can't go another one." They didn't get hit hard one time. They don't have confidence in their own cardio, but they're going to be fine. Or you've been to scenarios where they said they can't go again, and you tell them to go, and they're fine. And they're like, wow, thanks for pushing me. Thanks so much for making, times I got thanks so much for pushing me for another round, when the person didn't want to go. So I've never done sparring with her, so it would be so wrong for me to say that. In my opinion, watching it, I don't think she was hurt at all. If she would have been getting leg kicks seemed like they stopped. If she would have been getting hit with the leg kicks, I would have said, it's time for this thing to stop. But it seemed like Nunes wasn't throwing them anymore, and she kind of had a grip on when they were coming. She had him. It looked to me like she had him been rocked once, and she hadn't been dropped once. She hadn't been rocked once, and so to me, she looked like she was fine. Now maybe in their past, got to push her to do another round or two. Oh, because she thinks her cardio is her first, UFC main event. So I believe it was.
Yeah, it was.
And so to me, it looked like a cardio issue.
Yeah.
It didn't look like a hurt issue. You follow me on that?
Yeah.
So if it was a cardio issue, I would definitely, I probably would have done more technical. I would have said more technical advice. We always try to do, and I would ask a couple questions like why, you know what I'm saying? Or,
definitely.
But
no,
everybody's different. Everybody knows what triggers the fighter, and what they were saying triggers her better. So it's 100% wrong for me.
Exactly. I think it's a lot to do with the relationship between the fighter and the coaching staff as well.
Yeah, just
which,
that that you know them. You know
Definitely.
they've been through this before.
Definitely.